Welcome back to our series of films on the Royal Enfield Continental GT Cup.
Working day and night as a team.
2 rounds of racing so far, the third round is about to begin and the action is going to be intense.
Hearts full of confidence.
Because at the front, the gap between the championship leaders is just 2 points.
They said we'd never make it, but we're headed for the finish line.
Anish Shetty, he's won all of them on the ground. But in the last race,
So there's this penalty given for yellow flag overtake. Actual position on track was first, but as per the sheets, it was 14th.
and that gives Allwin from Thrissur a chance to see if he can't wrap the championship up. And remember, as we go into round 3, exactly half the races are still to play for. All races you've come second and you're leading the championship now.
I want to win this time.
The bike says Apo Sherry on the back. What does that mean?
Bye bye, see you. Okay, bye. It's like that.
And here we are, giving all that we got. Say what you want, try and take the shot. You try to live.
So what's the plan for this weekend?
I have to get back the points and get back the championship lead so that I can be comfortable in the final round.
Here we go again. You better recognize.
So when you go home and tell your parents that you got a first place, what is the environment at home like?
They only wanted me to come back home in a single piece. That's the big thing.
What have you done from the last weekend to this weekend to prepare for this?
I went through this therapy for my leg. Even from today morning also, I was doing therapies for my leg. And the racing is thing कि आप वहाँ आपका 90% नहीं दे सकते. अगर आप 90%, 99% देके चला रहे हो, then you are doing nothing. You are doing just zero.
My goal was to just be myself, enjoy it. That was the only goal which I had right now.
Here we go again. You better recognize. Yeah, that's hold on tight. The weekend of mine. Here we go. Here we go. You better recognize. Yeah, that's hold on tight.
Congratulations, first podium in the Royal Enfield Continental GT Cup last weekend.
It's very happy to be on the podium. I am now fully confident that I have the pace and I can fight for the win.
But there's another battle going on which is in the middle of the field. And what I cannot emphasize enough about racing is the intensity of the experience. Whether you're running first or running 18th, everybody is giving it their all. The intensity is so thick, you could cut it with a knife. Take the example of the 2 local boys from Coimbatore, Rajkumar and Sam Paul. Sam Paul ran into trouble at the end of the last race because he caused what looked like a really massive crash.
The thing was, the rider before me, it zoomed me in the last minute, so it zapped me in. I was not aware of all this. More than 100, it was hard, so there was an incident.
Luckily, people were not really seriously injured, but it was a mistake that he made while riding the motorcycle, so he got a penalty.
My name is Sam Paul. I'm from Coimbatore. I'm 22 years old. I finished my engineering here in Coimbatore. I've been wanting to race for a long time. Now I finally got a chance this year. I have 2 younger brothers. We stay here in Coimbatore. I actually am a state level athlete. Everyone who I looked up to in the last couple of years, I'm racing with them. It's like totally different atmosphere here. I'm going to enjoy the flow. If I'm not going to do my best also, I'll know that I'm not putting my best in. I have graded myself where I can stand. So this is just, this will be the stepping stone.
He comes into the weekend not really feeling like everything is in place. He needs to work on it because he thinks he should be at the front. But he's not able to unlock that, and that is an intense place to be because every moment at the racetrack reminds you of how much ground there is left to cover. Rajkumar, the other Coimbatore boy, is supposed to be a fast racer. But so far in this series, he's not shown that pace. Can he do it this weekend?
I'm Rajkumar. I'm 28 years old. I'm from Coimbatore. Back in 2014, I came to the track. My friends was racing. It started like 2014 on my birthday. I got permission from my parents and arranged some financially. From the beginning itself, I felt confident. I was faster. I wanted to achieve something. You have an easy life. You go to a job, you earn money, you spend money and enjoy life. But for me, it's not like that. This is a life I want to live. And the last weekend, in both the races, I did mistake in the start and first few laps. So I had to catch up them again from 7th or 8th positions. This weekend, I should qualify on the front row, then take a good start and fight for the win.
He obviously believes he can because that's how racers think. Like I said, the intensity is ever present and everyone plays at that exact same level.
And we got aluminium knurled footrests now for better grip and GP shift.
This weekend, the big change Royal Enfield made to the Continental GT-R650 was a different gear change mechanism, and the foot peg mounting has also been changed. So are you going to change to a GP?
No.
Why?
Currently I'm used to normal shift.
No, they not said GP shift nahi kiya, but they were not too happy with the riding position. They said the footrests are a little too high.
I am happy to go with normal shift. I don't want to get GP shift.
But the real game is at the front of the grid where there are three boys absolutely nailing it. There's the experienced racer Anish Shetty and the boys from Thrissur, Anfal and Allwin who have everything to play for.
Either I want to win or either I want to Allwin to win. This time I have to ride very defense. Defense did not give the space for Anish to overtake.
Every race they've run Anish Shetty close, and every race Anish has pulled something out of the bag that they weren't expecting. But will it happen this weekend? So what's changed from last weekend to this weekend?
The goal remains the same, to have fun and enjoy.
You're not planning to win at all, or what?
We are here to race, and to race is because I love racing and I want to enjoy it. I don't want to lose it at any point.
It was building up to be a very intense first race of the weekend. But then the clouds rolled in, the rain came down, and remember, these motorcycles are running race tires.
Don't have much experience in wet race, so don't know what to do properly.
And in the pit lane were racers enjoying the prospect of a wet race because that would give them an advantage.
I'm comfortable riding in the way, it's not a big deal.
It is exciting. I've never raced in the wet, but I have done a lot of practice in the wet. Be very gentle on the throttle, make the bike as steady as possible. That's what I know, that's what I learned from YouTube and all.
Everything that happens, racers interpret it as will it slow me down or will it speed me up? Can I gain a few positions out of it or will I lose a few and I need to take care of that?
I know for one fact that the pace will drop drastically, so that is something that they will come back into my territory now.
So you nervous, excited?
Excited.
But as it turns out, both the races were postponed and both would happen on Sunday, which makes it an intense day because now you have two 10-lap races back to back. Sunday would be difficult.
I'm strong and fearless.
This race was supposed to happen yesterday, but thanks to the weather gods, it was postponed to today.
Most of these racers usually race much lighter motorcycles. The Continental GT-R650 is not just the same motorcycle for everyone, it's a different level of motorcycles for all the racers.
Nothing can stop me now.
Off they go now. It's a decent start for Anish Shetty. It's a good start as well for Rajkumar and Falakhdar as well.
So I take a back look from Mickey Mouse. So I was like, oh, no one is coming. No, it's now time to chill. Okay.
The Falakhdar certainly putting a bit of pressure on Anish Shetty.
First 4 laps I pushed like I pushed a lot. You can see I made a lot of overtakes. I didn't hesitate to move.
Yeah, now Anish comes in on the outside and he takes the race lead away from Falakhdar, and you got Allwin Xavier obviously in the mix. These are the top 3.
From the last 2 corners were very super fun actually. When he overtook, I overtook him again.
In race 1, as expected, Anish was at the front, Anfal was behind and Allwin was trailing them. But this time it took quite a bit of maneuvering for Anish to seal this win.
In the race, it wasn't like I was holding back my pace and waiting for the last lap.
And the surprise of race 1 is poleman Anish Shetty went into turn 1 second. Anfal led the race. It was a close race with a lot of action both up and down the order.
The humidity is so much that the brakes also can't hold on. So I was just waiting, looking at how much data I can take from them.
But ultimately, Anish Shetty's experience showed and he took a fairly neat race win while keeping everything in check because remember, they're using the same tyres throughout the weekend, they have the same brakes throughout the weekend, so they do have to give 100% each race, but keep some because there's a second race coming, and in this case, the second race was just after this.
I lost the brakes and I tapped the rear brake, then bike was like, oh.
Anfal coming in at number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, give them a big round of applause.
Winning is more sweeter than coming second.
The cutest customer on the floor. Anish Shetty, bike number 17. Well done.
In the middle of this pack were our 2 of our other boys, Dheeraj Biker from Lonavla and Harshad Sumra from Surat, both of whom travel long distances to come racing, and so far Dheeraj has been sort of like the bridesmaid just outside the podium, in the top 5, in the top 6, unable to crack the top 3.
My name is Dheeraj Vijay Biker और मैं लोनावला से हूँ.
But when you talk to Dheeraj, you realize he's just a simple boy from Lonavla who realized that racing makes his life special.
I've got it from my father. He used to race in off-roads and small go-kart tracks. Because of that passion comes to me. I have raced in another one-match championships like TVS. ट्रैक में मेरा 2017 में हुआ एक पल्सर का इवेंट था फेस्टिवल ऑफ स्पीड तो तब से मुझे इंटरेस्ट आया ट्रैक में सो आई टुक ट्रेनिंग मैंने पहले कभी बाइक चलाया तो नहीं था रॉयल एनफील्ड ही चलाया नहीं था पर जब से आई रोड दिस 650 GT इट वाज वेरी गुड
He's out there giving it all and he's hoping that in this race he'll find something new.
This weekend fastest lap time is 117 so I'm gonna clock 117 इतना confidence थोड़ा है कि मैं top 5 में तो आ जाऊँगा इस ग्रुप में.
At the other end of the grid this race is Harshad Sumra from Surat.
My name is Harshad Sumra and my age is 24. I'm from Surat, Gujarat. From the beginning मैंने KTM बाई किया था that RC200 तो I got into it मुझे लगा कि like there is something so बहुत मज़ा आया वो नॉर्मल बस वहीं से स्टार्ट किया till now I had played 30 to 33s or a day and I owned like I had the title of 22-25 races 2017 में सुजुकी जिक्सा कप सेलेक्ट हुआ था फिर चलाते खुद को बहुत ज़्यादा इम्प्रूव हुआ इम्प्रूव होने के बाद Now I'm here.
तो आपको लग रहा था कि मेरा सिलेक्शन हो गया, आपको लग रहा था यार मुश्किल होने वाला है?
It was like बहुत डर लग रहा था. Very frankly बोलूँ क्योंकि 100 राइडर्स उसमें से 18 सेलेक्ट होने वाले हैं. We all were fighting in microseconds. So वही कहीं ना कहीं अभी दिखते हैं कि कहाँ इम्प्रूव करना है. It's not a big deal, but it's actually.
Harshad is one of the happiest, smilingest, helpful characters in pit lane who's just trying to help everyone.
Just believe in myself, just believe in God and just go for it.
In this race I'm riding mostly, I'm not taking pressure, I'm just riding for fun.
Race 2, the goal is to fight in the top 5.
But nobody expected what was going to happen in race 2.
Anish Shetty, who's dropped down to third. Not a very good start. Now you can see Anfal with that podium finish, riding with that confidence. He is the race leader on your screen, followed closely by Meka Viduraj.
Suddenly I got a brake issue, same thing. Happened for me last race.
Anfal and it seems that Allwin Xavier has now taken the race lead. Bike number 10, we'll get that confirmation in a moment. Yes, it is Allwin Xavier who's now leading the race.
When I turned back and it was just behind Anfal, so I know, he's coming again.
And race 2 turned out to be a very special race. It's one of the best races I've seen at the Continental GT Cup. No, in fact, in any racing that I've seen. Coming to watch races here physically, if I was watching this on TV, this would be a good race. But I've spent 3 weekends with these boys at the track, talking to them. I know who they are. I have a sense of who their families are and where they come from. And watching them ride at that intensity, at that pace, with that pure sense of, I need to win this. There's a lot of thrill to it. There's a little bit of fear in there as well. You fear for them. And that's what makes racers special. They give nothing less than 100% every single time that they're out on track.
Now they come on to the final corner and Anish has taken the lead. This is going to be very, very close.
It was very tight and we had a contact, so his body touched my clutch.
I could hear the sound that he was quite close to me. I couldn't feel anything as such.
What it is, Anish Shetty, it seems, who's taken the race win. Allwin will have to settle for second. Anfal comes in third. And
so what ultimately happened is that Anish showed his enormous racing experience and kept Allwin behind him by just 0.029 seconds.
Literally never went in that gear, in that corner, in that line.
The fun part about this weekend was there was so much uncertainty, and this is something that Anfal has told us throughout the weekends, that I plan to win every time I come here. But there's always going to be uncertainty because you don't know what's going to happen in a race. Thank you so much for watching. This is the penultimate film in our 5-part series on the Royal Enfield Continental GT Cup. What is coming up next promises to be a massive season finale because the championship right at the sharp end is really, really close. And we're going to be right here with the boys trying to figure out who wins. Thank you so much for watching PowerDrift.